Locating the right properties that suit your client's needs is essential. When working with buyers, you'll start to find out that the consumer is actually quite knowledgeable about the market. If they are motivated buyers, they will be scrolling Realtor.ca looking for properties almost as much as us. So you will get recommendations from them, but we as realtors have access to more information, and once you have your client's buying criteria down, we can really start to narrow down on a few options. In this video, we'll create the contact, we'll find 3 properties for potential clients using Matrix, and I'll show you quickly what I do to organize and set up showings. As usual, if you were looking for the entire process of working with buyers and sellers here in Ontario, look for my buyer and seller course in the description below that goes from A to Z. More on that later in the video, but let's just dive right into the computer. Okay guys, we're just at my video flow checklist here. If you've ever seen me do videos before, this is how I like to set them up. This is how I would like to be taught. So I hope you're the same way. I show you all the steps and then we dive right in and take action on them. For the sake of this video, our buyer's criteria is a 3-bed, 2-bath, detached with a garage in Kitchener, Ontario, my area. They have a budget of $650 to $750, and these are the steps. We're going to create a contact. We're going to set the criteria and the search, and then we're going to be emailing properties to the clients. And then I'll show you at the end just quickly how I set up showings, just how to be organized. Organization is everything in this game, so I want to show you how to be properly prepared. Okay, so we're just at my matrix here. To set up a contact, we're going to go my matrix and then contacts. And I just want to quickly show you this. Go deeper into setting up a contact as much as you want. Up here, you just go add, and if you know all of their information, put it all in. Right, for the sake of this video, we're just going to make one up, and I'm just going to put in a dummy email. We'll say Mary Smith, and then email is all you need. And for the sake of this video, I'll just use an easy one. One of my other ones that I use sometimes for these videos. And then, of course, if you have all the information, fill it all out. You might as well, right? Get everything in here and ready to go for them. But basically save this so it's ready, and that's it. If you know more information, put it all in. From here, let's just start our search. We just come up here, and as soon as that gets out of the way, we can just go search and then go residential. I always, whenever I get to here, I always start on the left-hand side and move my way over to the right. It automatically populates on mine. This is just matrix. It's the same for everyone. It's a little bit different up here, but that's the only difference, really. I take off conditional. Don't need really to search for conditional. Let's say, for the sake of this video, we are after a house, remember? Keep going down. We are after a detached, and of course, we want freehold. Okay, so I'll mention a few of these things in this. If you know your client's criteria, let's say it is a downsize and they really do want a 1-story and they want like a bungalow, right? If you know, let's say, for instance, they want a 1 to 3 story, you can just press it and then press shift. But let's say there was a downsize, for instance, and they wanted something like a 1-story and a bungalow, right? So that you can't press shift, you'll get them all. And if I press here, it'll go off that. Just use command or control. So shift, command on Mac, control most likely on PC, and then you just press that, same thing, to take it off. For the sake of this video, we're not going to add this. Let's just say our clients are after everything in this range. From here, we go region, and you just start typing your region. Mine's Waterloo region, pops up, perfect. And they want Kitchener, right? So here we go, shift, and they want Kitchener, doesn't matter, east or west. From down here, you just quickly go to the bottom, just to double check. You don't need to put anything in here, and continue left to right. Price, we know 650 to 750. You don't put 600,000, you just put this. And same when it goes up to $1 million, you would actually just put 1,000. Let's say if it was $1 million to 2 million, you would put 1,000 to 2,000. And same kind of for bedrooms. Let's say this is a 3-bedroom. If you give, as you can see right now, our matches start to go down, everything we do, right? So if I even go like that, over to 4, 14 to 6. But let's say we want plus. We don't want it to be exactly 3 bedrooms. Most of the time when you're working with clients, it'll be like minimum 3, if you know what I mean. So we want to see a bunch. Exactly, 3-bedroom doesn't come up too often. Same with bathrooms, and we know it's 2. So we're going to put 2 plus. And come down here, we know they want a garage, yes. And let's say they haven't specified, or we've asked them and they don't care. Attached or detached, either one is fine. And we're already down to 8 matches, perfect. This is in Kitchener. the exact criteria thereafter to a certain extent. Let's have a look at them. I always look at the map first, criteria, map, and then results. It's just, I just want to quickly see to make sure I know where they are, just to double check everything. Most likely this will be spread all over Kitchener, which is perfectly fine. We have all the way up Laurentian West, all the way to closer towards my area of Heritage Park. And then sometimes I just hover over them and you can click them. They pop up a little image, perfect. It gives you a little square footage, double check the beds. And you don't have to spend too much time here because you're going to see it over in results. But I like to hover it over just to double check if I'm like, you know what, this isn't what they're looking for at all. Right, so let's click them and then let's head over to results. And when you're in results, if your display, for instance, is single line, I like to add it to single line plus photo. It's just easier to scroll through. Most of your matrices, when you first get them, will be set up like this, just a single line. That's okay. This is where you're going to see this. I like just a little photo. Might as well add the photo in there because it just helps as you're scrolling through. Perfect. Don't need, that's not what they're after. And then when you start to see these properties, you don't have to quite go in. Press this to go into the listing and look at realtor remarks, go so in depth into every single possible thing about it, rentals, everything. But for the sake of this video, and let's say you're just doing a quick search, just having a quick eye at it, and then you'll go deeper before taking your clients, but then just scroll through the photos, right? Have a look. Okay, we know this is roughly what they're after, and then just go and then pick three, right? Go through them all, of course, and try to pick three. Find out if your clients, okay, are they after more newer? Are they after a more modern look? If you know what I mean? Or do they like better finishes inside as you go through? You can sense, you can have a feel. This isn't the greatest kitchen, if you know what I mean. So you got to know what they want. Have detailed criteria down. If this is the very first time, you're going to show them 3, you're going to show them 10. You'd eventually have to narrow it down if they're not specific, right? Okay, so for the sake of this video, let's say they like this property, they like this property, or it fits their criteria, I should say, and this property, perfect. Now we're just going to go email, and we've already created that contact. So what I like to do is, so let's say Mary, already here, perfect, and it's already going to be CC to myself. And I like to use templates, right? So I'm going to show you this template and put it in the description below, and then just refine it and make it your own. This is how I like to do it. All of my, in the course in the description below, everything has templates. It just moves faster. Like I find real estate agents sometimes, you're all of a sudden you don't even know what to say in these and you spend too much time. Just have this ready for you, right? So I have like buyer template email if sending our vetted favorites, right? There's a couple templates you can have if you're sending a huge list of homes, right? But let's say subject line, a few properties to go see from Callum. Perfect. This is ready to go. Copy that, pop that into the subject line. And then I even have like, okay, here are 3 homes here that I think we should see as soon as possible. Perfect. One is holding offers. Have some stuff like this because you'll go into the back end of the realtor remarks and you'll see how they're accepting, right? Is it irrevocable for 24 hours, irrevocable for 24, 48? Is it open to all, accepting all offers right now? And we should get in there where we can try to like explain if there's a property or two. For instance, back in the day when they were holding offers, you could find this property and you got to get in there because they're presenting offers a day from now, if you know what I mean. So make sure you have something like that for them as well. And then let me know a couple of things. If you're like, I can set up showings to go see all properties for tomorrow at Friday at 5:30. Like you can also, if you're the type of real estate agent that can work whenever they need you, if you know what I mean, right? Like whenever you need me, I'm available, and put it all in their, up the ball in their park. I tend to control my life, if you know what I mean. So I would say my times, or something like this, tomorrow or Friday. I always give them 2 times is what I was trying to do. But of course, to each their own. For the sake of this video, I just have a template waiting for me down here. So you just grab it, and you wouldn't have to put Callum there at the bottom because you will have already set up your signature like this, the back end of Matrix, and then just send that off. We're not going to send that for the case of this, for the sake of this video. When they get it, it's just nicely organized. You have your note, they click it, they see the 3 properties, everything they're used to. Okay, so if we kind of go back to that list of results here, and now let's say, for instance, you do want to start setting up showings, right? So if we go back to my video flow checklist, let's have a look at where we are. We've created the contact, we set the criteria and search, we've emailed to clients, and now let's set up the showings, right? So what I do is I have to double check. You can't send that email, for instance, just like fire it off without really knowing. So what you can do is you can come over here. It looks like these are all done by showing time, right? And then just have a look. Let's say it's this property, for instance, click the showing time. And this is within the listing as well if you click to go on it. And then this will pop up, right? So what you're going to quickly do here is just come down here and you're going to be schedule a single showing. And then you're going to look at it and find out the time. Okay, perfect. This is nice and open, right? Perfect. Now go to the next one. Find out how open that is, right? Let's say if I did say it was Friday at 5:30, of course you wouldn't want to wait this long, but you come down here. Okay, that it is available at 5:30. Hover over here, 5:15, 5:30, perfect. And let's say timing as well. Make sure you know your timing, right? And do this by taking these street addresses. Perfect. Take this street address. I'll speed this up to save this video. Head over to Google Maps, the famous Google Maps that helps us every single day. Find out where that property is. Perfect. Now get directions. Find out where the next property is. Punch that in. Find out the distances. If it is, for instance, say 14 to 15 minutes apart, guess what? You might have to now change the showing. Look, this is like you have a half an hour, so 30 minutes max. Look at this stuff. Make sure this part of customer service, isn't it? Make sure you know where the next property is and if you can go see them all, right? So double check everything. I'm not going to book that obviously, but let's say the next one and we'll grab it. That's the same address. Perfect. Come over here, find out the distances apart from them. Come down here. I like to double check. Max, they do 1 hour, right? So you're allowed 1 hour here. Perfect. Come schedule single showing. I agree. And then look at that same Friday. Okay, perfect. Yep, available on Friday. And if that property is that, so we're going to nab this address and we're going to pop that into this point, see the distances between and double check everything. Okay, we are a 13-minute drive between. Perfect. Set up that showing accordingly and get the job done. I'm not going to book any of these showings. Make sure I get that here. But that's basically how you do it, guys. Let's head back to the video flow checklist for a second here. And when you get to this point, right, and now you're like, you take your buyer clients to the showings and everything, and you're going to want to find out CMAs and stuff. That's why that course is down there. And when you're looking at CMAs, just know that when you go through those listings, right, you're looking for in the area. This is for when you're looking for properties that relate, that have sold recently, right? You're looking for in the area, similar size, type of home, beds and baths, then get into the finishes. Start there. That's a great organization in your mind to think about when you're doing CMAs. Put it in that order. Is the home in the area? Yes. Is it a similar size? Perfect. What type of home is it? Yes. Beds and bath, how many? And then get into the finishes and take it from there. Okay, guys, we'll see you right out of the computer. I really hope that helped, guys. When I was going through the Humber College Real Estate Program, if you are right now, clarity on videos like this would have really helped with confidence. And if you're looking to take that confidence way to the next level, like mentioned, look for my buyer and seller logistics and actions course in the description below. I cover the complete buy side, and on the sell side, I talk on going to the listing presentation, getting the proper forms signed and ready for your seller clients, doing full CMAs to find out the value of your clients' homes. Every step, including putting your clients' properties online properly in the back end of the MLS, and even marketing, promoting the property, and the insights into what I do. I guarantee that course will make you feel like you can help any buyer and any seller in a residential transaction here in Ontario. And that link as well in the description below is a value link for the YouTube family for the time being. I'll put that same link right here as well if needed. And if you have any questions at all, you can DM, email, comment on this video. I get back to everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.